Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another video. All right, voiceover today. I'm showing you guys a really cool resin project. So I'm going to do another one of the Pour Away Fluid Art stencils, and I'll be using Krystal Resin, as you can see. Before I forget, Krystal Resin is doing a really good sale right now. So as of today, Canada Day, July 1st, they are doing 10% off. Okay, so if you are interested in some Krystal Resin, the 1 gallon kits are going to be 10% off for a limited time, and there's only 50 kits available. So if you are interested in getting some resin to do these cool projects like the one I'm doing in this video, you can save 10% off using code Kanella10. And that only applies to the 1 gallon kit and the 1 liter kits. Okay, so if you want some, now's the time to get it at 10% off. All right, so as you can see here, I'm just doing a very thin layer of resin on my wood panel. Okay, now if you want more information on these panels and what I'm doing, I do have a more detailed video tutorial using these stencils from Pour Away Fluid Arts. I will link the video up at the top of the screen, and there's one video where I did a full detailed tutorial. This is just a really quick one. You know, I'm zooming through it. I'm doing a voiceover with it. But if you check out that other video I mentioned, you are going to get full details. So Pour Away Fluid Arts, okay, you can get 10% off, okay? I'll put the code here at the bottom. Now, please keep in mind, they are currently moving. So if you go on the website to buy something, then, you know, you're going to see that they're not available at this time because they are in the middle of moving their warehouse. So just be patient. They will be back and up and running soon, okay? So this is the Beehive stencil, and I actually didn't color this one. All the other stencils I've used, I've actually spray painted silver. This one I left as is. That is how you buy it. It's kind of like a copper bronze type color. So I've put my black resin down. I popped all the bubbles, made sure there was no fluffs or anything like that, and then I simply put the stencil on top. And I'm going to let that sit and cure overnight, and then I will come back with the next step. All right, so here's just a really quick close-up. It looks so cool. I almost kind of liked it the way it was, just like this. But that's how it looks like. And now it's the next day, and it is fully cured. So what I'm doing here is I'm using my TLP Piggies, my This Little Piggy pigments, and I'll tell you what the colors are in a moment. But I'm putting just a little bit of each pigment powder in my little shot glass or medicine cups, as some people call them. And I will just mix that with some resin in a minute, you'll see. And I will tell you in a second what colors I actually used. Here I go again, Krystal Resin. This video was done in multiple parts, about a week or 2 weeks worth of, like, you know, videos, because you got to wait for it to cure, and then you get busy, and then you come back to it later. So here I am mixing my Krystal Resin, 1 part hardener, 1 part resin, 1-to-1 ratio, mixing it up. Takes about 3 minutes to mix up and stir, which I'm gonna cut that part out. But yeah, so once that gets mixed up, I'm gonna put equal amounts in my little shot glass cups, which you are going to see momentarily. So here you see I've put the resin into the little shot glasses, and you've got to stir them really well. You've got to make sure those pigments are really incorporated and stirred well into the resin. Otherwise, you're going to get these tiny little chunky flakes, of pigment in your resin, and you don't want that. So stir that super well. The colors I used, the 5 colors I used for the actual beehive are, see, this little piggy. So I used Harvest Gold, Caramel Drizzle, and Zeus in the middle. So Harvest Gold, Zeus, Caramel Drizzle, and the other 2 were Lemon Sorbet and Or. I think that's how you pronounce it. All right, so now I am very carefully and slowly, which for you guys is probably like a minute to see, but this took forever. I am just using the tip of my shish kebab skewer stick because it's got a pointy tip to the end of it. And I'm basically just putting the resin into the little crevices. It's probably the easiest way to do it, just by dipping the stick into the little cup. And here I'm using an actual popsicle stick because the spaces were bigger. There's no rhyme or reason for what I was doing. I had no plan in mind. I was just winging it and going along as I was doing it. I really do love the pop of yellow, the color yellow. That lemon sorbet really, really looked good. So I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of this and I'll be quiet for now. All right, so on to the next step. Now I'm using some adhesive spray, and I saw this on the YouTube channel of Pour Away Fluid Arts, where the person who was doing this piece, they sprayed some spray adhesive on just the plastic on a piece of, like on a canvas that still had the plastic on it. So you spray the adhesive, you put the the little bees on top, spray it down. So here I'm showing you I'm using Galaxy, Simplicity, and Submarine. Those are the three colors I'm using for the bees. So as I was saying, you spray the plastic. Like, I mean, you don't have to do it on a canvas. I would assume maybe parchment paper might work. I don't know. I just did what I saw in the YouTube video from Pour Away Fluid Arts. So I sprayed the adhesive, and then I put the bees down, made sure it dried, and they were stuck on there really good. I guess that's just so that the resin doesn't seep out from the bottom. You want it to stay stuck. And now doing these bees was a major pain in the butt. It was hard. As you can see, I'm using the shish kebab skewer tip, but it wasn't working too well. So when I got to the little teeny tiny crevices like the eyeballs and stuff like that, you'll see I actually decided to use a safety pin because the tip of that was just so much smaller than using the actual tip of that skewer, because it was hard, let me tell you. So here you see I'm using the tip of a safety pin, and it was so much easier. But let me tell you, this was ridiculously time consuming and super duper hard not to get any resin to pour out into like the other parts. But I managed, but I will admit it was a little difficult. All right, so just finishing up with the bees here, and now I'm just going to show you the finished result of filling in the beehive, and then the cute little pain in the butt bees, but they're looking pretty good. So on to the next step. So the next morning I tried to peel off the bees and they would not come off. So I had to cut the plastic off the canvas. Whatever, it is what it is. But they were stuck on there real well. They were stuck. So you have to, like I said, you can try it on something different, maybe parchment paper, wax paper. I don't even know. But like, I mean, very slowly and carefully, it did peel away from the plastic. So luckily I managed to get them off and I didn't break any of their little legs or wings or antennas or whatever. So I did manage to peel them off and they're perfect. So maybe not the top plastic part of the canvas isn't the greatest idea, or maybe it was the adhesive I used. I'm not sure. Because if you watch the video from Pour Away, the person pulled those bees off super duper easily. So not sure what I did wrong, but as you can see, it's cute. It's perfect. So it is what it is, but I managed to get them off, which I was super happy about. And I didn't actually ruin any of them or rip any of their little legs off. And on to the next step. So I'm just kind of figuring out where I want to place these little boogers. So I just put some of them on the actual beehive and then the rest of them kind of on the outside. And once I decided where I wanted to put them, I used Starbond adhesive, crazy glue, Starbond medium. I do have a discount for them as well. So I've got discounts for a lot of things, folks. And all that is listed in the description below. So check out the description and you can get a discount on the Starbond glue as well. This stuff is really, really good. You can also get a spray accelerator. So what you do, you'll see that. Oh, you see that? I just sprayed it right there. I'll show you guys the bottle in a second. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the back. See, Starbond accelerator. You just spray the spot where you're going to put the piece and it actually helps the glue dry a heck of a lot quicker. Like it really dries it super duper quick. So I just, like, as you see, I'm putting some glue on there. I spray the part where I'm going to put the little bee down and that's it. It's literally dry and stuck on there pretty darn well. So again, Starbond Glue, Starbond Accelerator, and that's it. You can get a discount in the description below. All right, on to the second last step. So I've mixed another batch of clear resin and now I am top coating my piece. So I've obviously mixed up my Krystal Resin. Again, don't forget, 10% off, Canada Day sale, using code Kanella10. So I used my heat gun to warm up the resin and pop all the bubbles. And now I'm just using my hands, making sure the edges are fully covered. And then I'm gonna make sure every little crevice, nook and cranny, all the bees, everything is fully covered with that coat of resin. And then I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to pop any bubbles, as you can see. And that's it. This is done, aside from peeling the tape off the back, which would be the last step. You can see here I'm pulling out any little fluffs that I see with my tweezers. Make sure you pull any hairs, fluffs, debris, anything. Look at that shine. It's so perfect. There's nothing in it. It looks amazing. So tomorrow I will peel off the tape. All right, everybody, I'm here with the final step. Please excuse my voice. I seem to have lost my voice in the last couple of days. So yeah, here I have the heat gun, and what I'm doing is I'm warming up the back of the board to help peel the tape off the back. That gets those resin drips off the back of the board. So just little heat it up and then just peel it off nice and carefully. Always peel towards the inside of the board, never towards the outside, because you might end up peeling some of the actual resin off the side of your piece, and you don't want to do that. You want to peel inwards, not outwards. And look how clean it is. Totally clean the back, and here we go. Here's the final result. finished. It is available for purchase. If anyone is interested, you can email me at kanellaciraco@gmail.com. It's a 15.5-inch wood round. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. And here I am outside. Don't mind the reflection. It is what it is. You can see Juno and Echo in the background. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye. Wait. Echo. Juno. Hey, here. Hi.